Coverage from the Brisbane Truck Show is brought to you by Castrol Vecton, performance that speaks for itself.
G'day! Missed out on the Brisbane Truck Show? Don't worry, I know what it's like working through the Brisbane Truck Show, the Melbourne Truck Show, missing them all. But this year we've fixed that. If you missed out on the truck show, come on us. Team of New Zealand Trucking Magazine, we're going to take you on a walking tour through the main auditorium at the Brisbane Truck Show. Let's go.
So for us media guys, the show starts about 2-3 hours before it opens for the public on the opening morning, and we go through all of the individual makes and they tell us what they've got on display and high points and things we need to look out for and new features. And in these pictures here you can see it's the media feverishly taking notes and making notes on what they're saying and recording what they're saying and jostling for position and asking questions. And yeah, it's quite an experience. It was obviously new for me, and you learn a lot. You definitely learn a lot from the makers, and you get a lot of good positions for photographs without crowds of people around. So this obviously is the Pro Stars, a lot of attention around them being the big release. That's the Cat HD and the old photons there. Yep, the Volvo Group stand, introducing us to all them. Looking at the video, the cover coming off the new Benz. I'll come back to these in a minute when we go around the show. Fusos and the Freightliner there, and right down the whole back wall was Packard and DAF on the right and K-Dub on the left, sort of as you faced it. That's back at the Volvo Group stand with some mechanical displays going on. And if you read the article in the magazine, you'll see how that Volvo Group stand was set up. So here we are. This is after the ribbon's been cut for the public, and our cameraman's just done a bit of a whiz bang through here, and it slows down in a minute. Yeah, and so here's the zipping through. In a minute the camera will settle down. There's lots to see when the flag falls, or when the ribbon's cut, or the gates open, the public flood in, and it's a bit of a frenzy. And that initial media tour is really valuable. You don't realise it till after the gates are open, and yeah, crowds and crowds of people in there. So 2800, here it is. This is a real cool little truck. This is coming to New Zealand, this little delivery truck, Western Star. That's going to be great. Big 69 there. She's a bit of gear, that. Multi-trailer road train kit, Western Star. All you truck enthusiasts, will, that's all pretty common ground for you guys. You'll know 49 right here on the front corner and 48 there beside it on the left. So more your New Zealand models that we more commonly see over here. But, that is a bit of gear. That Iveco was really neat. Lots of people were chuffed with that. Lovely detail on it. Stralis had a good stand, Iveco. He knows there. The cameraman's gone a bit frenzy again. There's the Blade Lone Star. Yeah, that. Yeah, she's a machine. But yeah, and then they said that it's got no intention to bring it to Aussie. So yeah. That's the real star of the international show, the Pro Stars, wooing that classic old international family back in. There's the old extending sleeper cab popping out the back. Not too sure about that. A couple of million K's down the track. That could be that could be interesting. Yeah, but wooing the old international fans back. Cummins Road Ranger, international. Even got a bent gear stick in the cab. Just. Yeah, should be an interesting truck. Should be a great truck. Yep, cat stand there. It's the BWSC spec, that one. Yeah, there she is. CD630 HD, jacked up, beefed up, multi-trailer. A lot of people been waiting for it. It was a nice bit of kit, and be interesting. And the venerable Max Superliner sitting there. Volvo FH16 700, dripping with electronic fruit and all of the latest safety features. That was your Mercedes, a special sort of a show model they had that was there for the show, sort of. And there's the new one. Now that is a lovely machine. Really looking forward to seeing this out here. 2663. It's going to be a real take on the others head on. I think it's probably going to be the best Mercedes we've seen for a long time. Z-Tros, that's coming here in July, and every now and then the man showed us just how tough it is by jumping up and down on the bonnet. Yeah, flashing through the old Fuso stand. And trade kits are all the buzz. Ready to work trucks straight off the factory. And Freightliner Argosy Decepticon show truck was there for a photo opportunity. Just a Hollywood sort of a dream machine. Next to it though, coming into view any second, is the Coronado with the 58-inch sleeper. That was attracting quite a bit of attention. Columbia mixer there. Freightliner Argosy with an ISXE5 in it, and new cab, beefed up dash, bit more technology in the dash, left-hand cameras, mirror cameras. That was a lot of attention. That'll be a great truck. And yeah, just back around the front of the Freightliner is the big K-Dub, left hand side rear of the pavilion. They had quite a decent chunk of the family there. Obviously the 909 was an everyone magnet, and as you'd expect. Big news on the KW stand is probably the business class cab going across the conventional range now. If you we've read in the magazine about that. 2.8 metre sleeper on the K200. There's the 300 there, and 2.8 metre sleeper on the K2. The biggest bunkhouse between Perth and Gisborne, and king single bed in it. So one of those is coming into view in a minute. We'll see on the footage. And yeah, here she is. So yeah, we'll go for a bit of a look inside there, up the ramp. And goodness me, you're all the way over in Brisbane, and who would you find in the cab of a K200 Kenworth? Looking around, no surprises there. There he is, checking it out. So yeah, there's the big bunk in the K2. Yep, not a bad place to spend the night. DAF LF, another lovely truck. Man, I'd love to see this come across as well. Imagine if this and the 2800 series Western Star came across. Add some real pizzazz and character to the distribution scene over here. Yeah, lovely little truck, that LF. Yeah, DAF was pretty stock standard as far as we're concerned, what they had on the stand. Yeah, just a bit of a walk up the sort of trailer side. A lot of Aussie gear here, Aussie stuff. The Drake model cabinets, keep well away, otherwise you'll spend all of your money. Some big news on the Australian scene. These burn cattle trailers were cool, like, because we just don't get to see those sorts of things. Those true outback triples units built like brick outhouses. It was great. I had a look around this thing for ages, just poring over it and checking out the bits and pieces. It was really good. On board fuel tanks and just built like a train. Must be horrific what they have to deal with. And yeah, and Maxi Transit's fantastic, self-opening taut liner, and self-tightening, and well, remote, and auto adjust MES floors. Yeah, occupational health and safety, accountability, chain of responsibility in Aussie means a lot of freight terminals won't shift your floors for you now, so look out, it's coming our way probably. Yeah, this thing was real slick. So there you go, Brisbane in a nutshell. Hope you enjoyed it.